Ooh, okay. I'm in the middle, maybe. Cool. Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean with Manpa Yoga. So I'm here today. It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for a live Manpa Yoga session. I'm going to be doing shoulder flexibility today. So we're going to be running you through about 10 different exercises that you can use to open up your shoulders. A lot of guys come to yoga because they have tight shoulders. They're gym coaches, whatever. Someone tells them they have tight shoulders. They need to work on their flexibility. So a lot of what you get when you go into a yoga studio, a lot of people won't really describe what you can do to open your shoulders. They won't exactly focus on really the technique to open up your shoulders. So I'm going to get down into the dirty with that. So we're going to start in building up in difficulty and level of flexibility required. So we're going to start off just with a basic low lunge. You can try this when you don't have to be warm for this, but it would help to be a little bit warm for this. Some of these poses I would not go right into. We're going to start off in that low lunge like I talked about. So bring your right foot forward, butt under your body, low lunge, flat from your straight line from your pubic bone up to your shoulders, and then bring your arms up. Anytime you're reaching your arms up and pressing your arms back like so, reaching back, you're opening up your shoulders. The tendency, though, is for our chest to splay out, and see how the back kind of starts to arch when that happens? You're not opening up your shoulder when that happens. So you need to keep your core engaged and your chest drawn in toward one another, and then your arms reach back. And your arms create the shoulder flexibility. It's not your chest. Chin is up away from your chest, arms reaching back. So for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to switch sides. So just the left foot comes forward. Press down through your left foot, pull your right hip forward, pull your arms back, reach your tailbone down, core is strong. Belly button pokes back toward your spine, chest lifts, and arms face back. Make sure that you're wrapping the arms around too, so notice how I'm internally rotating the arms so that my palms face backwards. That's a big thing. This is going to help open your shoulders as well. You're going to feel that difference when you hit your hands forward, and then as you turn them around, you're going to feel that opening in your lats, which is pretty close to your shoulders. So that's a big deal. All right, from here, the other thing I like to do is take a different variation of the low lunge. So cactus arms are huge. So switch legs, take the right foot forward this time, take your arms straight out to the sides like so, and then press your elbows toward the back. Keep your core drawn in, so you don't want to splay out like this. Keep your core drawn in, your core engaged, your ribs drawn in toward one another, and your chest not puffed out. So your chest is proud, but you're not puffing your chest out. Elbows pressing back. So this is going to open up all this stuff right here, the rotator cuff, where all those big muscles in your arms, your back, and your chest meet. So just holding your arms up like this is really going to help. If you have a knot in your shoulder, what's going to happen is it's going to start to tingle. So that's a good indication of you needing to use a foam roller or needing to use a lacrosse ball or just digging your hand in and doing some rotation like this, just doing some mobility exercises. From here, if you really want to work on shoulder flexibility, and you're watching this video, so I'm assuming you are, take your arms straight up, keep your core engaged, and like your back is flat against the wall, just reach your arms straight up, and this is really hard. You can't tell because I'm not straining too much, but it feels very uncomfortable because I have very tight shoulders. And then I'm up, and then I turn around, so look how my back is flat. The tendency here is for the back to come in like this, right, and to arch the back as that happens. And you can tell when people are doing shoulder presses and weights, they like to go like this. Their backs are arched. That's not good, right? We want to keep our back flat, tailbone drawn under the body, and then we can do a press. And then with proper flexibility, that way we're engaging all the muscles, not relying too heavily on one muscle and neglecting the other. That's one other thing you can do. And then, of course, you would switch legs so the left foot comes forward. Arms come out to cactus, and you try that again. I would try this in series of 5s. So 5, as slow as you can, pressing your arms up, reaching up as high as you can, keeping your elbows pressing back, keeping your core engaged, tailbone drawing down, and your chest in, and then extend up as high as you can. And then once you get to that point, hold it, and then bring it back down nice and slow. So 5 of those to each side. Other thing you can do, let's switch legs again. So back to the low lunge, opposite side. You can twist. So from here, keep your cactus arms, press your elbows out to the side, twist over to the side. Keep your tailbone reaching down so your core is still engaged. Ankle on the front foot, facing forward, but your torso is rotating to face the opposite side. So you're going to feel a nice stretch in the middle of your back. And you're also still feeling the stretch in your shoulders because you're still squeezing your elbows toward the back, lifting your arms up. And if you want, you can also take this variation here, where you straighten your arms all the way up, and then come back down. And again, you can do 5 of those to each side. And then we switch legs. Left foot comes forward, right foot comes back. Tailbone reaches down. Twist to the left. Hips face forward. Arms reach to the back. Elbows press toward one another. And then reach up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. So this is really helping open up the shoulders, open up all the gunk in your rotator cuff. Chin up away from the chest. And then take it back down. Take it back to center. Okay, arms are a little bit warm now. From here, let's take it into chair pose. So chair pose is a great pose that you can do to help warm up the legs. Takes some hip flexibility, but I like to use it as a warm-up tool a lot of the times. So take your knees, take your big toes together, squeeze your knees together, sit down low, and then bring your arms up. Now instead of puffing your chest out like this, take your chest in, and then reach your arms back. Now this way, you're forcing your arms to do the work for you. You're forcing your arms to open up your shoulders rather than just splaying your chest out and compensating for the lack of shoulder flexibility by splaying your chest out and making yourself think that you have shoulder flexibility, but in reality, you're just making yourself have bad form. Reach your arms back more, and you can hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. Just remember to keep your core engaged so your back is flat. You want to make a straight line from your butt up to your head. So see how my back is flat? Tailbone drawing down, my arms reach up. I should be able to see my biceps, so I'm using that. My core is flat, core is engaged. Knees to the back, so my weight's in my heels. Sit down a little bit lower, reach your arms up even higher, and then stand up. Chair pose, great way to open up the shoulders. So from here, I'm going to move into Warrior 1, and from Warrior 1, I'll move into another variation. So take the right foot forward first. Take your hands, take your feet back. Take your left foot back. So your right foot is kind of outside your left foot. If you had 2 parallel lines running down your mat, right foot is toward the right. Pull your right hip back. Tailbone reaches down, so my chest, shoulders, and hips are all facing forward. Arms come up overhead. Bend your knees. Knee over the ankle, back leg is straight. Tailbone reaches down. And again, anytime I'm reaching my arms back and keeping my core engaged and my chest drawn in, I'm working on shoulder flexibility. You can hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. And then from here, bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, reach up with your chest, and then fold forward. Keep your back leg straight, pull your right hip back, press your palms together, lift your arms over your head. Look back at your left foot, so you're relaxing your head. Really press your palms together. If you can't press your palms together with your arms straight, then bend your arms and lift back, like this. And then you can start to straighten your arms as you gain flexibility. You can also think about kind of rolling your shoulders away from you to get a little bit more space, and then really reaching up, really pressing back. You have more flexibility than you think here, so you can keep pressing and reaching up. And then from here, take it all the way back up. Switch legs. So now left foot is forward, right foot is back. Tailbone reaches down, core strong, arms up, bend to the front knee. Press into the outside of the back foot so you have your entire foot on the ground. And then your arm is up. Biceps facing back, so that rotation, internal rotation of the arms, so that palms are facing backward. And this is opening up my shoulders. Even this, just lifting my arms up and pulling my arms back. From here, get a little bit deeper. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. This time the opposite way you did last time. Reach up with your chest, press your palms together, and then as you exhale, lower down. Bring your body to the inside of your left foot. Press your palms together, lift your arms up, relax your neck so you're looking back at your right foot. Pull your left hip back and your right hip forward. Lock out your right leg. Lift your arms up overhead. Use your core strength to squeeze and bend even deeper. Reach up overhead even more for 3, 2, 1. Then rise back up to Warrior 1. Use your core strength to get there, nice and slow and steady. And then bring your hands back to center. Step back up. Okay, moving into some other stuff to work with shoulder opening. This is called standing quad stretch, or dancer pose. Take your arms, take one arm up, so your left arm up. Balance on your left foot. Take your right foot behind you. Bend the heel toward the butt like so. Grab the inside of the foot. So I'm grabbing the side, my big toe here, as you can see. And then from here, reach the arm up. Big inhale here, reach your butt down. And then press back into your right foot. So you're working on hip flexibility here, your hip flexor. And you're working on balancing on your left leg, extending your left hand forward, reaching your arm up. So you're working on shoulder flexibility there. Where the shoulder flexibility really comes in, though, is when you pull your right shoulder forward like that. So you're opening up your right shoulder as you kick as hard as you can with your right foot into the back. So I'm really working on shoulder flexibility here, actively pulling my shoulder back, actively working on resisting and opening up, countering the pushing motion that's very repetitive. And then come back, and then switch legs. Reach your right hand up, take your left foot back, grab the outside, inside of your left foot. Again, you're grabbing the side of the big toe. Reach your arm up, reach your butt down, inhale up, exhale, kick back. Reach your right arm up and forward, bend slightly into your right knee, kick up as high as you can with your left foot. Keep your hips facing forward, left hip pulls down slightly and forward, so your shoulders are facing forward. You're going to help open up your shoulder there. And then reach up, kick back, and then come back up. So that's dancer or standing quad stretch. Really nice for opening up the shoulders. Okay. Moving on, I'm going to show you eagle pose. Eagle pose is awesome for your rhomboids, so these muscles under your shoulder blades. So for eagle, now you can do this without the balancing aspect. Eagle generally, typically done, swing your right arm under your left arm. Interlace the fingers. If you can interlace the fingers, go for that all the way. You can also press the backs of your palms together like this. You can also hook thumbs, or what I like to do, I grab fingers with my thumb like this. As long as you're feeling the stretch in your back and you're pressing your elbows forward, that's going to get the right stretch. So my core engages, my back is flat, always back flat. So this is a good way to open up your shoulders. You can just do this. You don't need to do anything else. Just press your elbows forward, press your forearms away from you. The full version of eagle, bend down into a chair pose, and then you reach your right leg over your left leg, wrap it up tight, pull your shoulders back so I get perpendicular to the ground, and then I lift my elbows up, and then press my forearms forward again. Tailbone reaches down so my back is flat. My right leg is wrapping around my left leg. And then we'll come back up. And then switch sides. So swing the left arm under the right arm. Interlace the fingers. Do whatever you did last time. So I'm going to grab my thumb with my two fingers again. And then you can just press your elbows forward. Try to relax your shoulders down first. And then press your elbows forward. Press your forearms forward. And then from here, sit down into chair pose. If you want to take it beyond that, if you just want to stay here, go for it. You're going to get the shoulder flexibility. If you want to get more than that, if you want to make this a little bit more efficient of an exercise, you can do this. And then take your left foot over your right foot, wrap it up tight, pull your left hips over to the left, pull your shoulders to the right so that you're facing forward. Sit your hips down low, drop your shoulders back, and then lift your elbows up higher. Core is engaged, back is flat, tailbone drawn down. Lift your elbows up higher, press your forearms forward, really squeeze your arms forward. So it's like you're wrenching your shoulder blades apart. And then come up, unwind, and you're back. Okay, some other stuff for shoulders. Taking it down to the ground now. Moving into dolphin pose. Dolphin is probably the best pose that you can do for your shoulder flexibility. Most guys who do dolphin pose can't hold it for more than 10 seconds. 10 seconds, right? So it's a tough pose for guys, but if you get good at it, you really work on your shoulder flexibility. So plant your hands down, plant your forearms down, about shoulder width distant apart, parallel to one another, and then tuck your toes and straighten your legs just like you were doing down dog. So you might need to be a little bit warm and able to be able to do this. And then from here, you walk your toes up toward your elbows and lift your hips up and reach your chest back toward your thighs. Press up through your forearms to bring your head away from your arms and you're going to feel this intense stretching in your shoulders. So this is strengthening, and this is stretching your shoulders. So you're working on endurance, strength, mobility in your shoulders right now. You can hold this for anywhere from 30 seconds, and if you want to get really aggressive, you can hold it for 2 minutes if you want. You can also take some variations here by lifting your right leg up, and then taking it back down, taking it in an inch, and then lifting your left foot up, taking that back down, stepping in another inch, and then pressing back, re-engaging. So that's one other exercise, Dolphin, that is awesome for shoulder flexibility. Really fantastic. Big proponent of that. Let's see here. So I've got 3 more poses that I'd like to show you. First one is bow pose. This is a very difficult pose. I don't expect everyone to be able to do this. It's a really intense back bend, but it's also a pretty good shoulder opener. So you're going to lie down on your chest. Actually, before that, we'll move into Cobra. So Cobra's a pretty good shoulder opener too. Hands under your shoulders. Reach your feet back as far as they'll go. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your ankles together so your knees come off the ground. Press your hips and your core into the ground. And then lift your chest off the ground. Pull your shoulders back. Reach your chest up. Pull back. Maybe even walk your arms back and lift up. All the strength is in my core and in my lower body. I'm lifting up as high as I can, but my arms are not working. You can hold that for 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. And then after that, I take a child's pose. So this is a nice counter to that back bend. Whenever you do a back bend, you typically want to counter it with a child's pose, like so, or a forward fold. Anything to get your chest touching your thighs to help lengthen your spine. All right, second back bend, which is also a shoulder opener, bow pose. Bend your heels toward your butt. Reach around, grab the outsides of your feet, press your core into the ground, and then kick your feet as hard as you can into your hands. Roll forward onto your stomach, press up, and pull your shoulders back. So you're kicking as hard as you can into your hands to help pull your shoulders back. Squeeze your knees toward one another, lift your chest up, roll forward, kick back even more, and then come out of it. So that's called bow pose. It is very painful for your lower back if you're not engaging your core. So make sure that you're engaging your core. Feel pinching in your low back. You're not using your core enough. You can also, you could be particularly sore that day in your lower back. You could also just not have the flexibility for it yet, and you're compensating by crunching into your low back. So you'll build up to having, a nice degree of bend. So you don't need to get to, you don't need to get your hands or your feet, 3 feet off the ground the first time you do it. You'll build into it. And then, let's see here. I wanted to do one other pose just on your chest. This is a nice restorative pose. Take your arms out like cactus arms. Again, so just how we started. So left arm is going to be the focus here. Press down through your right hand, roll over onto your left side, pick your body off the ground, move it over to the right, and then relax it toward the ground. Press your right arm into the ground, relax your left arm completely, and then press your left shoulder toward the ground. This is a really great stretch for opening up your shoulders. So the way I like to do this, I stay right here in one position. Every 30 seconds, I move my left arm up 1 inch, and then reapply pressure. Pick my body off the ground, move it over to the right 1 more inch, press down. 30 seconds have passed. Walk my left hand forward again. Press into my right hand, pick my body up, move it over to the right. Reapply pressure. Left arm's completely relaxed here. You're using your body to stretch it out. It's a passive stretch. And you can go as high up as you want. You can go all the way up here if you want. That's all going to open up all that gunk in your shoulder. And then relax back down and switch sides. So now the right arm comes out to cactus. Roll over onto the right side. Press into your left hand. Pick your body off the ground. Move it over to the left 1 inch. Relax your right arm completely. And then press your right shoulder down. Press into your left hand to get a deeper stretch. You can also bring your left foot over here and press the sole of your foot into the ground to get even deeper, a little bit more power into that stretch. and then move it up an inch. So station level 2. Press down again. Pick your body off the ground, move it over 1 inch, and try and press your right shoulder to the ground. So I can tell I'm kind of tighter in my right shoulder because it's not going as close to the ground. Your body's going to have imbalances. That's completely normal. And then 1 more station, move it up another inch, press it down with your left hand, pull your body over to the left, press it down. And then relax. Okay. Whew. All right, so those are some great shoulder opening exercises. I'm going to show you one more. So this is borrowed from this is called a standing side stretch. At least that's what I call it. Bring your arms overhead, interlace your fingers. Inhale, reach up. Pull your arms down, reach your arms back. Biceps behind your ear. And then reach over to the left. Press your hips over to the right. Reach your tailbone down so you're using your core strength. And then roll your right shoulder back. Bring your left shoulder slightly forward. Reach your arms back even more. Lift your chest up. And then reach, reach, reach. Press your hips over. Extend through your left side and through your right side. Use your left hand to pull your right hand over. And then come back to center. You can hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. Lift your arms back up. And then use your core strength. Reach down with your tailbone so my core is strong. Lower back flat. Press over to the right. Hips over to the left. The left shoulder rolls back. Right shoulder comes forward. And then I reach my arms back even more. And I'll lift my chin up away from my chest. And then lift my sternum up. Get some length. Use my right hand to pull my left hand over. Pull over to the side. Pull, 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 pull. And then back to center. Again, 30 seconds to a minute over there. Last one I like to do. 2 variations. You can do it with your hands like this, interlacing the fingers, pointing straight up, and just bending back like this. Or you can also open up your hands so that you're making just, can't see it here, but so I'll do it for my knees. So arms up like this, and then reaching back, reaching my tailbone down, keeping my hips over my knees, reaching back, pulling my biceps back, letting my neck fall, opening up. Other way to do it, arms straight out in front, tailbone reaching down, reach back. It's like you're setting down your sternum on top of your shoulder blades and pressing your fingertips up as high as you can, squeezing your arms back so it's a really active stretch to open up your shoulders. Reach back, reach back, reach back, and then bring it back forward. And again, 30 seconds there. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share you today. So you've got those exercises to work on your shoulders. So let me run through for you one more time. So we had the low lunge, just like this, working on bringing, right, and not puffing your chest out, keeping your chest in, just pulling your shoulders back. You had cactus arms, arms out to the side, elbows squeezing back, and then reaching up, forming your arms at the top, keeping your back flat as you do so, and then bringing it back down. You also have the twist, right, arms still at cactus, shoulders relaxed, elbows squeezing toward one another. And then you can also do the extension here. And then bring it back down. Moving on from there, you have, let's see, we had the warrior, we had chair pose in there actually. So knees together, arms reaching back. We had warrior, so the warrior 1. You have the ankle front foot, tailbone down, arms reach back, and as you're reaching your arms back, that's shoulder flexibility. And then humble warrior, hands interlaced behind your back, reach down, lift your chest up, reach forward, body to the inside, palms pressed together, arms reach up overhead, and then back up. There's another way. We also had the standing bow pose, arms up here, kick back, pulling the right shoulder forward to work on that shoulder flexibility. And we also had eagle, arms swinging under. So your right arm swings under your left arm, interlace the fingers, do whatever you can. Press your elbows up, your forearms forward, and then if you want to, you can also engage the core, sit down in the chair pose, and make it a little bit more of an efficient workout. From there, you also had, let's see, eagle. From there, moving on to the ground to dolphin. Walking up, pressing your chest back toward your thighs, pressing up to your forearms. And there we also had cobra. We had bow. And then we had the cactus stretch on your arms, rolling onto the side of your body, pressing your hand down, relaxing your arm, and then pressing your shoulder down, using your opposite hand to press down, and then roll your shoulder back to open up your chest. And then, of course, switching, going to the opposite side, and then moving your arm up in stations. 3 or 4, 30 seconds each. And then, of course, the last one which we did, the standing side stretch, up, over to the side, and then back. So, use those. You don't have to do them all at once. You can use them after a workout. You can use them for your workout. You can do them if you're feeling particularly shouldersome that day. I guess the stretch that I recommend the most is the Dolphin. That is the most intense shoulder opener, best shoulder strengthener and opener of the poses that I named. And restorative-wise, the best one you can do is laying on the ground, this one, with your hands down like this, rolling over on the side like that, and then moving it up in stations. So, hope you learned something. I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. If you're live, you're very cool. If you're not, you're also very cool. T-shirts for sale now, Manful Yoga performance shirts. They're gray. They have the Manful Yoga logo, the Manful Yoga logo on the front. On the back, they say, "Bro, do you even do yoga?" I also have tanks. Those are going to get in stock soon. The performance shirts are $29.99 plus shipping, and the tanks are $24.99 plus shipping. So, also, retreats. If you're interested in the retreats, details are on the website at manfulyoga.com/in-flow-yoga-retreat/. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.